Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a first impression with a little mini review and a demo involved. And the product that I am talking about is this cute little thing right here. It's called the Color Me Automatic Foundation Applicator. So like the name suggests, it is a little device that is used for foundation application, but it's also used for powder application. It is in the form of like a sponge, it's not a brush tip, so it is a spongy little applicator. So if you already know that you don't like the way sponges apply foundation, then I probably wouldn't buy this. But if you love your beauty blender like I do, then you might want to try this out. And the way this device works is it simply vibrates. It's like a Clarisonic for your makeup pretty much. It just vibrates and then you just use circular motions and kind of just buff the foundation into your skin. It's supposed to leave a really flawless finish, and yeah, I guess we will see how that works. These are refills, meaning that you can only use one little sponge for about 10 uses, or I'd say every week. Probably you want to get rid of it and throw it away and go get a refill. So that's probably the biggest bummer about this product, is that you do have to buy refills, whereas a brush you don't have to. It does come with a little cap, so you know your sponge doesn't get all jacked up and dirty, so you can have that to protect it. This whole starter kit, which is what you'll get, it retails for $54, so it is pricey, but if you do think about it, like a normal foundation brush is around like $24 at Sigma and MAC and stuff, so it's like half the price. I mean, it's double the price of a normal foundation brush, but it is a device. It does have batteries and all that stuff, so of course it's going to be more expensive. And this is exclusive at Ulta, so you guys can make your judgment about the price. If it's something that you would want to spend the money on, then go ahead, and if you don't have the money for that, then you know, don't worry about it. But for anybody that may be interested, I am just going to try this little thing out on my face, see how I like it, give you my thoughts. And these are my honest thoughts. I was sent this product to review, but I'm still going to give you my honest opinion. If I don't like it, then I will tell you. Oh yeah, and I also dip dyed my hair purple. So I didn't want you guys to see purple and be like, oh my god, what'd you do to your hair? Yeah, it is now purple on the ends, and yeah. So I'm just going to get the ball rolling here and try this thing out. So first I'm going to remove the cap. There is a little pull slip that I already pulled out to make it start, and then here's the on and off button. And when you press it, I don't know if you can hear it, but it just vibrates. It's like a little automatic toothbrush kind of thing. And there is a difference between the two sponges. This is what they look like. You can kind of see that this one is more fluffy and it's like a little bit bigger. And then this one has a more dense, flat surface, and that is going to be for your liquid foundation or cream or anything like that, tinted moisturizer, BB cream, anything that you want to put that's kind of like a liquid or cream form goes on this sponge, and then anything that is a powder form, like powder, bronzer, blush, anything like that can go on this sponge. And they are teardrop shaped, so that way you can use this for concealer as well, so you can get up into this this triangle area and get right up under the eyes for your concealer. So that's pretty handy that they would design it that way. So I am going to be glancing over here at my computer because I have the directions pulled up, because knowing me, I will use it wrong and screw this whole thing up. So it says, start with a new liquid sponge. Got it. Add 1 pump of liquid foundation and spread over your sponge to season the sponge a bit and get a base. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I am using my Revlon Color Stay today, which is a thicker foundation. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use something lighter with this, but it says liquid foundation, so I'm guessing I'm just going to use whatever I want. So I'm going to season the sponge with some liquid foundation. And my fingers are clean, guys, so it's okay. Then add half a pump and start the device. So I ain't got no pump, so I'm just going to add a pump size amount onto my thing. So then it says dot on your face at the cheeks, nose, chin, and forehead. Start running the device gently over your face and spread and buff the foundation. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do on my cheeks, nose, forehead foundation, and chin. And then I'm going to start the device. Oh, I'm so nervous. Ooh. So besides this little pump still being right here, this is half my face done. So this side has the foundation using the Color Me, and this side has no foundation besides that little spot. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think it definitely evened out my skin tone, but the application was so sheer for me, and I'm using a very full coverage foundation. So I think that that's something that you need to take into account when you're using this, that this really shears out the product. I mean, I can still see some redness and some spots peeking through that I had before. When normally when using that foundation, I could use one application just using a beauty blender and get a really full coverage and have all those covered. So if you are one of those people that likes a lighter coverage of foundation and you're not looking for a product that's going to give you a full coverage, so probably not for people with problematic skin, but just for people that wear makeup on an everyday basis, but a light makeup, then yeah, this would be really awesome for you. Not quite up my alley, because personally I love full coverage foundation and I love being able to achieve that very quickly, which I do with my beauty blender. I am going to finish this face, and I'm just going to kind of like dot this around real quick. And then yeah, I'm just going to finish up and I will be back. So here I am back after applying foundation all over my face. I will zoom in here so you guys can see how the foundation covered and how the applicator applied it. It's definitely a sheer coverage. You can still see my redness and some of my flaws peeking through, which I know a lot of people are okay with. A lot of people don't like heavy full coverage, and they like their skin to show through under their foundation. So if that is you, then this product would be ideal for you. I feel like people who want a more full coverage should skip out on this, because I just don't see this giving you a full coverage unless you go over it multiple times, like you had to add layer over layer, and I just don't think people will have time for that. But the pros of this product is that it does buff your foundation out very nicely. I'm not feeling the need to have to go in with a brush or an extra beauty blender or anything to, you know, help further the blending process. It did it all with just one little step. You know, it was very easy to use, easy to apply. I think this is an awesome idea, and again, it did not fail. It was not a huge fail for me. It definitely worked. It did what it said it was going to do. For my personal needs though, I like a full coverage, and I just feel like you can't really get, you can get a full coverage, but I feel like I would have to apply another layer of foundation, which I'm not used to having to do. I can normally get a full coverage with just one application of foundation. So now let's try this for concealer. I'm going to be using my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I'm just going to dot it on to the sponge like it said to do with the foundation. I'm going to use the same sponge because I feel like the foundation is mostly off of it by now. So I'm putting a light layer of concealer on to the sponge, and then I'm also going to dot some under my eyes. And then I will turn it on and blend it in. Done. Again, it does what it's meant to do. It definitely does buff the product out. It just gives a lighter coverage than I like. I could definitely do another layer of concealer under here and feel more comfortable. It does not look bad, of course. I mean, like, I could definitely walk out of the house like this and not feel like I had no concealer on or anything. I do really enjoy the shape of this sponge, but I did find it was still a little bit difficult to get up into this area because this part is so big, and when you're trying to move in circular motions, you really just, I mean, there's just no room to really like make circles, so I felt like I still had to go in with my finger and kind of buff this area out right here. So they had the right idea with the egg-shaped sponge. It was just still a little bit difficult because since it is vibrating and you have to kind of move it, you just don't have a lot of area in that space to do that. So now I'm going to switch out the sponge, which all you do is kind of pull it, and then you pop in your next sponge, and you just kind of pop it in there and then make sure it's in by wiggling it so it doesn't fall out on you. So this is now the powder sponge inside my Color Me applicator. So I'm going to start by setting my under eyes, and depending on how that looks, I will decide if I want to take this onto the rest of my face, because I'm wearing a more full coverage foundation and I don't want anything to look cakey, so I don't want to be just rubbing, you know, that foundation off or anything like that. So I'm going to decide how I like this with the under eyes, and then I will go on from there. So I am just taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I'm taking the banana shade. It doesn't have any specific directions on how to use the powder product, so I'm just going to kind of dip it in here and get it on the sponge, like so. Looks super yellow, but that powder is pretty yellow. So then I'm just going to start it up, and I'm just going to, oh, see, now that gave like a really nice layer. Okay, so that worked really well. I think this is a lot better for powder almost. It was very, very easy to just set that liquid concealer. It's definitely set. It doesn't look creasy or cakey or anything. It blended out so, so well. So I definitely really, really liked this for powder. I'm going to continue on the other eye. And then I'm just adding a tiny bit more to my chin and a little bit of other places that I feel need setting, like my nose. So after applying powder to my entire face, I did enjoy this for powder. I thought it was really, really fun. It just gave a really, really nice layer of powder without being overboard. It blended it out really nicely. I feel like it was really pushing it into the liquid foundation, like helping the liquid foundation soak it up more to set it. It feels really, really nice. Doesn't look cakey. I mean, it looks like a normal application of powder with a brush. So overall, very happy with how this worked with my powder product. So now that I have all of my makeup on, the purple hair just kind of made me feel super like edgy, so I did like really dark, grungy makeup, and yeah. But my final thoughts on the Color Me automatic foundation applicator is it's a really, really neat and cool idea. There really is nothing on the market quite like this right now. So it does its job well. It does what it says it will do. It does give you a flawless finish. It blends out your foundation very, very well. Like I said in the video, it does give you a more sheer coverage, so if that is up your alley, then maybe you would like this. My only issue is that I think this does its job. I just believe that there are other products on the market that do the same job a little bit better and a little bit quicker. It is really cute and tiny though, so it would be perfect for traveling, like just throwing it in your purse if you need to touch up your, powder, if you're getting oily, or if your foundation rubs off or something, you can just kind of like, patch it up real quick. But overall, I would not use this on a day-to-day basis. It just took a little bit longer. Maybe if I got used to it and I got, the hang of it, it would take a little bit less time. But for me, the effort was too much compared to my other products. So again, the result was wonderful. The product was wonderful. I just believe that there are easier, more efficient ways to apply foundation and powder. So that is it for my first impression / review and demo. If you did enjoy this video and you want me to do more first impressions on some other products, just let me know and I will do that for you guys. But yeah, that's it. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!